It can carry something the size of 3 hand grenades. So I go ahead and tie them to the bottom. And let's say I've got a range on this thing of 5 miles, and it's got a camera too, so I can see what I'm doing. And I want it to go land on my ex's head. I can do that. I can do that right now. And what accountability would there be? Well, you got to register all your stuff now. Really? How many guns that have been used for murder in America in the past year were registered? You don't have to register shit. You're supposed to register. Don't be confused by that. Drones are going to become a big deal very soon. Not the big ones we use in the military. Those are a deal already. I'm talking about the little guys, the ones the terrorists can get into the thousands if they want, and they can do some big damage with them. And not just that. I mean, the fucking spying. They're as small as ants now. Some of these little robotic drones that crawl right into your shit and film you. I mean, this George Orwell kind of vision, it's not something I'm paranoid about because I don't think there's anything I can do about it. But I do see that. Now, you might say, well, that's kind of a conspiracy theorist way of thinking, Kevin. No, it's not. I just watch technology develop, and I know it's there. Well, they're going to use it if it's there. The only question is who. I don't expect my government to send an ant-sized drone crawling into my room to film me, but I wouldn't put it past them, and especially if they had an interest and/or a warrant to do so, then I know they would. But, what about Edward Snowden? You like him? You hate him? I think he was a dick. Edward Snowden, if you're American, he just cost you a couple of $1 trillion. I hope you know that. What he did about the NSA, turning over the phone call stuff, all right, that was a good thing. That was a semi-heroic thing to do for a small-time contractor like he was. But by releasing so many more of our world spy technologies, we got to break that down and build it from scratch. All those agents we were using, gone, got to go. Their identities revealed, got to go. Locations where they would meet, got to get new ones. Technology we're using, got to disassemble it, get new. So everybody gets to spy, but Ed Snowden tells the world how America spies specifically. So now we have to rebuild our huge intelligence infrastructure. Not a good deal for you, John Q. taxpayer in America. So you go ahead and hail your hero, but he was not smart enough to know what not to release. And you can be a hero in ways like that. Fight the power, fight the system, get the truth to the people. I'm always a fan of that. But don't share how America spies on the rest of the world with the rest of the world. Don't do that. What are you going to accomplish by that? I mean, what good could come out of that? What greater good could be served by doing that? All you're doing is killing the American taxpayer. Mm. Let's see, still got my, you guys, last time you heard from me, I think I was in El Paso, Texas, or I was in Arizona. Uh, did go to, we went out to Roswell. That was pretty cool. Did a show from there, a little 20-minute show or so. I'm wondering if anybody knows, and you can leave it in the chat room, you can leave it later if you like, how this Spreaker app works from Spreaker on the broadcasting, because I'm tired of the bullshit of mine disconnecting and then killing the show. And then I lose all my listeners, and it pisses me off. So, not that I have many listeners anyway, but that's okay. Guy Shea has been busy as hell doing his shows. He seems suddenly dedicated to a high-intensity schedule, and good for him. I mean, that's work. You guys know it is. I mean, you have to figure out something to say that doesn't sound stupid. You got to keep your uhs, ums, and you knows in check. You have to, in his case, line up music that you like, and he generally likes to segue vocally into the music he's going to play, so he's got to think about that. Plus, he's got to be entertaining the whole time, which he is. And he's one of the few shows I'll listen to on Spreaker on a regular basis. Even though we disagree on just about everything politically, I have respect for him. I think he's always pushing the boundaries of free speech, and I like what he does. So we definitely need our Guy Shays in the world doing what Guy Shay does. If you want to say nigger smash, okay, say nigger smash, but I also get to say honky smash. I'm all about equality, man. So, and am I black? I think I might be Asian. I want to, what is that website? Ancestry.com, you can get a DNA kit now for $99. Mike says, well, if you think about drones, then you can look at They Live. Fuck, I can't remember how that movie went. I didn't read the book. I'll have to think about that. But yeah, drones are going to get ugly, and they're in so many forms: crawling, flying, rolling. I mean, I knew it was going to get creepy when the first ones came out. I mean, I was one of the guys who bought the little like convenience store helicopter, and I was thinking it'd be so easy to put a camera on this. Well, that was right after. I mean, they were already putting cameras on them by then. Who says you can't hover that up to a second story shower window of some girl? I mean, the pervs are loving this, and I like that. I can't remember where it was. It might have been North Carolina, but the guy shot the drone out of the sky that flew over his backyard. I think his daughters were back there sunbathing. I can't remember all the details, but he shot it out of the sky, and he had to go answer for doing that, for destroying it. And they dismissed the case, and I'm glad. I think that's the way it should be. You're going to fly your shit over my house, especially low like that, especially when there may be some sort of ugly ulterior motive. I'm going to blow the fucker out of the sky. Keep that shit out of here. The one with Roddy Piper. Oh yeah, Rowdy Roddy Piper. I remember. Famous line, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Yeah, now it's ringing a bell again. Thinking is what it's all about, but thinking and having fun, we have to walk away from critical thinking if we want to have some fun. There's no way. I was listening to both Richard Dawkins and Stephen Novella say, we're being accused, they're saying this, and I'm paraphrasing, we're being accused of taking the beauty out of the world. And they're both saying, which I find false, in my opinion, it's just an opinion, they're saying it's actually more beautiful if you learn the truth behind everything, you understand how a rainbow is made. I disagree with that. I think a little bit of mystery makes for more excitement if you don't understand the total science of a given beautiful sight. So I think they are taking some of the beauty out of the world when you know how everything works. And what you become as that type of human, I mean, think about what Richard Dawkins has become. He has become that guy in The Matrix, like the second or third one, the, what do they call him, the architect? Yeah, not a happy camper. And plus, I hate people that use words like, uh, he uses words like et al. And what was the one for therefore? Just they're just words to make you sound smart. That's not how you communicate with people. Let it be obvious to you that someone that's using a lot of big words, they're trying to sound smart. But pick through their thinking. You want to do something Socratic? You want to be like Socrates? Question them. People flip the fuck out when you question them. Somebody comes up to you and says, this is let's say this is the best store. This is the best store I've ever shopped at. Uh, Ask them why. Just ask them why. And you will many times, I mean, I don't have a number on this, get a blank stare. And what is it? Is it customer service, prices, product quality? What makes it the best store? And compared to what stores? Have you shopped in all the stores around here? Have you shopped online? How do you know this is the best store? And you don't have to say it like that. I sound kind of pointed saying it that way. But ask the question. That's what Socrates would do in a very peaceful way. He'd say, let's talk about this. Now, you think this store here, this Kmart, is the best store in the whole state and even better than the ones online. Why do you think that? He's not believing you. He just wants to hear your reasoning. And what he always found, Socrates, except with the most excellent students, were that people didn't really understand why they even believed what they believed. And if I can't trust you to understand why you believe what you believe, why should I trust any truth that I think you've arrived to? You don't have a structure under it. So it's empty. So everything becomes opinion. And I'll tell you something. I've been watching some TV lately. I don't watch TV much. But some of these shows, they're injecting drama in. Like, for example, there's this show where they have to go hunt down lost semis, tractor trailers. People steal them. Drivers get mad and disgruntled and say, well, shit, I could sell this trailer full of shit for $850,000. I'm just going to do it and bail and go to Canada or whatever. So whatever, they go down and hunt these things down. They're like repo men, but for tractor trailers. Well, I'm looking at this show and I'm seeing acting. And I'm going, no, don't do that. Now you've contaminated the show. The content was good enough. These characters, very interesting people. Like 4 different sets of characters, very interesting people. Don't make them argue. I can tell when people are acting. Don't put something in there with a guy with a gun that wasn't going to be there, and you're propping shit now. Now you've lost my trust. I just show the show, I don't know, maybe people like that excitement. Do you like it when they show shows that appear to be documentary in nature and they have people doing propped work? I don't. I don't like that. I think they're trying to fool you, trying to inject that drama, get that drama in there. Local news I was talking about, what are you going to hear? I'll go ahead and let me tell you your local news for tonight. 6 people got killed, 2 from DUI, 1 from a terrible murder, and 3 crashed off of a balcony. There's your local news. One of your local council members probably took a bribe. See if you notice a pattern in what I'm telling you about your local news. Bad weather is coming eventually. Uh, a beautiful monument was stolen from your state's capital. Let's see what else. Oh, a dog. Somebody went out of their way to run over a dog and it was caught on film. This is your local news coming to you. All right, what are you noticing in that theme there? They either want you to get angry or engage your emotions in some way, give you the drama. And they're not going to tell you about who did something great. They're not going to tell you about the EMT team that saved somebody from drowning. Once in a while, they'll throw that in there. But mostly they want to keep you scared and mad. Scared and mad is how the media drives you. You have to decide if you're going to let them do that. And I advise don't. Because, believe it or not, the world's not as scary as the media would like you to believe it is. It really isn't. And I've been all over the United States and many parts of Canada. Can't say I've been to Europe or Africa or anything, but or South America where Louis lives. But I intend to go there someday. I don't know. I had a dream that I wanted to go there, and I found these plans online. Check this dream out. You're going to love it. I found these plans online on how to make your own hang glider. And I was going to just hang glide right into this beautiful part of Mexico. And I think it was because I had just watched Shawshank Redemption, and the guy escaped to Mexico. So that, you know how it is. You see something recently, a few days later you have a dream vaguely involving some part of it. So I couldn't find the material that these plans had to make the hang glider. So you know what I used? I used a fucking blow up mattress. No shit. I put rope around it, put my arms in it, and I had this strong wind. And I flew into fucking Mexico. But when I got to Mexico and landed, it was really South America because it was like dense jungle and fucking jaguars and shit. And I was like, maybe I went too far. Dreams are weird, you know. Your sense of time and space get distorted. And I had people chasing me, and I stole this go-kart, and I had 2 poisonous animals that were going to kill me. I think one was a jaguar and one was a venomous snake, and they were both in the same. Fucking dreams are weird, but they're boring too, so I'm not going to bore you anymore with that. We're back. KTap's back, and I just want y'all to know that the void is not an ugly place. It does not do you any harm to disconnect, people. Disconnect once in a while. See if you can handle it. Turn your smartphone off for a day. Can you do that? Avoid checking Facebook for a day. Can you do that? Because there may come a time where you have to, where there's a solar storm and everything goes out. Down go the satellites. Everything fucks up. Or you're in a local disaster. You have an earthquake, you have a tidal wave, whatever, and you lose your shit. So you better remember how to live without all that good stuff and enjoy it. I remember when the hurricane came in, it was like 2003. I was living over in Gloucester, Virginia, and for 10 days we had no power, and we didn't have a generator or anything. And we'd have to go down to a pond to get water and a cooler to flush the toilet. And I remember how depressed everybody was. Really depressed. Everybody. I mean, they're just really depressed. They love their technology and their TV and their phones and their computers, man. I don't know what we're going to do when it all comes down to it. If it all falls apart, you know, these fucking, God, I hate these preppers. These preppers, they'll tell you, well, we just want to be prepared. No, they don't. They want shit to go wrong because a prepper wants, one, the excitement that comes with a new world that's in chaos that they happen to have prepared for, and the obvious thing is they want to be able to say, I told you so. I told you so. Told you so. That's why I've been packing freeze-dried foods and clean water and oxygen tanks. That's why I've been investing in guns and ammunition, on and on. They want to be right. They don't want to, be a prepper and then find out nothing happens. Kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Well, at least we had it. It was like insurance. Okay. All right.